Hello everybody, I am Red King from Send More Robots, and welcome back. So this is Thursday, of course, so on every Thursday is a new Space Engineers update. And today's update is actually including batteries and a few other things as well. So first off in this update, as I said there's batteries, but what I'd like to talk about first is the solar panels. So the solar panels, they actually, they were decently efficient before, but they weren't really good for big stations or anything like that. They were good for just subsequent power that maybe to power your lights or something like that. But now they've made them more efficient. I'm not sure by how much ratio, but they've made them more efficient. They've also made them cheaper to make and faster to build. So in survival mode, they'll be easier to make and easier to create, so that they're used more and they're more efficient when it comes to actually on the ship itself. So now coming to batteries here, as you can see, for these, this is what the big batteries look like. Small batteries will actually, let's take a look. So I'm going to build a small ship. And this is what a new battery would look like. So as you can see, the size is quite significantly different. But these small ones right here are actually just big enough that if you were to put this, you could actually put a large engine on top of that. So you can actually compact it and hide it in there. You can actually do this. That would be a pretty sweet engine to make, but that would be pretty gnarly as well. But that would be how you build the small ship. And the large ones actually, oh my goodness, look how big that is comparatively. But as you can tell, there's a considerable amount of power difference between the two, whereas the large will hold more, the smaller will hold less, but again, compactness versus large. So I'll actually show you how these things are charged. So there's two different methods they have. So one, you can use the solar panels. As I talked about, they are already more efficient than the previous versions they had of the solar panels. And the other one is actually these reactors right over here. Now, both methods actually charge these batteries, but between the two, the reactors will charge it faster. So these over here will actually give you more juice more quickly and be able to charge more batteries at once, whereas the solar panels will charge more consistently, but it is a free energy rather than how the generators over there will be. The generators will cost you uranium, so you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to mine uranium in order to keep your batteries charged. But again, uranium's not exactly an infinite source, but it's still a pretty abundant source that we could use it whenever we needed to. It would keep a lot of things going, but solar panels are a really good way to go, especially if you're going to leave your base and you need to charge your batteries along the way. That works out really well. And so as you can see, on these ones right here, they're actually fully charged, ready to go. So that green light indicates that they are 100% ready. They have all the power they need. Blue light here actually means that they need to charge. Well, it's in the charging station. It's the charging setup. So since it's charging, it is actually unusable. You cannot plug a ship into this and take the power from it in order to charge a ship. You actually have to go into the menu right here and take it off the recharge setting here. So as you can see, it says fuel recharged in 0 seconds. Since it's already completely full, there's no recharge. But now we'll take it off the recharge, and it says fully depleted in 0 seconds. It's not pulling power from anything. It's not actually trying to power something. So as you can see right here, this one is red. This means it's off or it has no power whatsoever. But currently, I just turned them off so that you can kind of see how it goes. So since it's off, we're going to turn it back on. And right now, it has no power input whatsoever. And then we're going to hit recharge. And as you can see, now it actually has some statistics down here that change. So stored power is how much it has currently right now. It only has like, 8, 9 kilowatts inside the battery right now. But it takes 15 minutes for this one to charge. This one is actually currently just charging off these 3 batteries. And as you can see, this is completely blank. When I first saw this, I thought it was messed up because I had some issues with Space Engineers today. But this actually just indicates that there's no power in here that's usable to a ship. So you actually have to wait for it to charge up that 15 minutes because everything's in real time in this game. But let's go look over here. And as you can see, these 2 batteries are charged as well. And you'll be able to see that there's actually a different level of output between the two. So right now, since this is charging off the batteries, this is receiving, these are all not receiving any input. So this one is actually receiving the current input, which is 400 megawatts. It's receiving the maximum amount it can receive in order to charge itself. And that's because it has 3 batteries powering it. Now, this over here only has 2 batteries that are fully charged and 1 battery that's not. It does have 2 reactors, but we're going to turn one of these reactors off. So this is purely running off of battery power, just like the solar panels over there. So now we're going to turn this onto recharge. As you can see, it has the 1 dot, it's not charged or anything like that, and now that's gone away. So now it's being charged by the 2 batteries right there. And this has 4 megawatts of power. So as you can see, 2 batteries is plenty enough to give that the full charge it needs. Now, let's actually fix one of these. And we're going to turn all the batteries off, and we're going to let this charge it, and we're going to see how much of that power difference there really is. So as you can see, all these batteries are off now. This one is actually the only one charging right now, and it only has 74.0 kilowatts receiving from that one solar panel. That's actually a lot more kilowatts than it did before. So that's actually a nice improvement to begin with. Alright, so we're actually going to move on now, and we're going to move on to this setup over here. So they actually included another small feature that's actually really cool for creative mode or anything like that. And as you can see, I have one of the default ships. I kind of modified it a little bit. I took off the side engines, you can see. I kind of like to think about this one in creative mode is if you are in kind of a hasty way where you need to build something really quick or add an attachment. And as you can see, I've added a cell right here. This is a like a nacelle you can just attach to this ship. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And now we're going to rotate it. And as you can see, it's already set up and ready to go. And now they added this feature that they added is that you can take these previously added things, or at least previously created creations, and actually add it on to something else. So maybe if I can get this just right. Oh, and now I just copied that. Alright. No. Yes. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. Okay. So if I can attach this, that would be really nice. But as you can, like you can see, there's actually ways to attach these things to it. If I can get it to frickin' work. Let's see. So if I can attach this somewhere else, as you can see, look, there you go. So it's trying to connect. It's just trying to find spaces. And there we go. So now I finally got this hooked on. And now this is drawing power directly from here. I already have power cells inside of it, so in case you needed more energy. But this, you just slap it right on, and now I can just hop on in and fly off if I need to. And this is add more energy, more power, more whatever I need to get this thing going. So it's a nice little fix, creative mode if you got to throw something on, if you got to make it a little bit better, if you're just trying to try to improve it by adding nacelles or anything like that. But we're going to use the ship and we're going to fly on over to my last bit of this new update they've thrown out there, which is the nice little thing they've done also with the antennas. This is another update where they've included stuff with the antennas. And I'm going to jump right out on that thing. So we're going to head over here. I'm going to turn on my HUD for this so you can see everything. So as you can see, everything is the blue antenna, blue antenna, blue antenna. So what they actually involved in this one is that there's a broadcast area. And that's really useful because it functions in different ways. So as these three ships are really close together, they can see each other. So as a player, I can see all of these ships as long as they can each see each other. So there's a certain range in which they can see, and you can adjust it within the antenna itself. But if you were to remove one of these antennas, and we're going to fly up a little bit, the one on the left and the one on the right are gone. I can no longer see them. I can no longer identify them because this one in the middle is the broken bridge. So as long as you have a connecting source, it doesn't matter, if it's it doesn't matter how far the ship's away. As long as the broadcast is broad enough, you can still see every ship in the chain. And if you were to see, if it was a hostile ship or anything like that, it will actually, let's get that antenna back, it will actually show only the hostile ship. So if it's a friendly unit, everyone will be able to see the hostile unit. But as the hostile unit, you will only see the one that's in front of you. So if there's an enemy that's, 1,000 kilometers over there, and he comes across this ship, but these two ships can see that broadcast because it goes out to 1,000 kilometers, they will all see the enemy, which kind of helps out with survival and factions and stuff like that. So it actually makes it a really interesting update. But thank you all for joining me on this one. That is actually it for this update. I'm actually going to put up another video today as well of something I worked on that I talked about in the last video. But thank you all. Hope you all have a great day, and always remember who you are and what you are. Don't go cause any trouble out that world, and always remember, Space Engineers updates on Thursdays. Always Thursdays. Alright, bye-bye, guys.